Hello, welcome to Star Wars Echoes of the Machine, Episode 8, The Phantom Trail. I am RxOliver, and these are my friends Brian, Dave, Max, John, and Brian. I'm here with two-thirds of the Council of Brians today, and my other nerd friends for some Star Wars RPG, and this is the penultimate adventure, the penultimate session of our 9-session run, so this could be very interesting. Brian, are you going to start us with a recap?
Ooh, I can.
I would appreciate it. So we've ran into a situation now where I'm built up with my content for a few weeks now, and this in the last session isn't up yet, so I've not had it public to have us all watch to refresh. So if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, you guys were on the space yard of Bunta, and you were noticing some things going on with the droids. They kept one group kept asking you guys for instructions. Others were seeming to ignore you. Then you guys had a bit of a run-in with Cyan, and some of our RX's memories had come back, and he realized that she
Is a
had
baddie.
become very majorly changed very quickly after having become who she was, and her fixation with robots had begun to lose faith in humanity, and ultimately that was a big struggle between y'all originally, and there had been quite a bit of frustration there between y'all. And then when she tried to remake yours and her son, that was like the splitting point for y'all, and it did not work. But you had decided you were going to leave. You realized that you had decided you were going to leave at that point. All of those memories had been wiped out. You're not exactly sure how, but all of those memories had been wiped out, and you had made a new start, and ultimately ended up on Bunta with Cash, and worked through her and for her. That is pretty much where your first memories had been. So you in the midst of all that, there was an Imperial ship that had jumped in, Star Destroyer, and it started attacking Bunta, the shipyard, and they started sending transports of troops to the to the shipyard. In the midst of all of that, pirates jumped in behind them, decimated the engines on that ship, and in that chaos, y'all were able to escape. And from what you can tell, Dane had managed to get onto the space yard, grab. No, he did not show up on there. That was previous. That was in the asteroid. He had grabbed the. You know that he had grabbed the crystals, but he was after something else here. The ship being hammered, you do see a shuttle veer off and take off, and they are you know that through your research, he is heading towards the Maw. It's a cluster of black holes. So that is where things are at the moment. Starting out here, you know that he has the crystals. You know that he intends to use them for some purpose, and he is heading towards the Maw.
And we're going after him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we discovered he was going to the mall by checking out all the different sites where there was going to be something, and that was the most likely location, if I remember correctly. Something like that. So where's that on this map? Is that the green dot?
Like right-hand side.
You're
Yeah.
looking at the
The right hand green dot.
let's see. No, it's not it.
It's on here.
Star maps. I believe it is in the outer rim.
Which is
There's
this
Kessel.
purple one. The lilac one, isn't it? The outside.
Or did I use the main map? The green was where y'all had a major fight before.
Right, okay.
Let me see if I can remove that. There we go. And I know it's near Kessel, but it's where did Kessel go?
To remember, I've lost the map, but I think it was halfway up the right-hand side.
Ooh.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, just outside the hut
alright.
space.
Yeah, it's just outside of hut space. And then I'm trying to remember where the mall is, but it was a common run. The mall has a spice mine in it or near it, so the Kessel Run was a common run. It was also a place where they did where some of the hyperspace fuel comes from. So, but that is where Kessel is. That is probably going to be the nearest point for you to be able to head to. And when you get over towards that, there is
Ask for directions.
Yep, you get over in that area and you find a spaceport that that is fairly active.
And this is Kessel is a planet or a system or
It's a system.
okay.
There is a
Is that what this white circle is that goes that's just outside of the hut territory? This is the Kessel system. With Kessel, Honogar and Kubindi.
Yep, it's a small little region.
Yeah. So yeah.
They call it the Caleron sector.
Caleron sector, okay, yeah.
Yep, Kessel's in the midst of that. There are a couple other systems in there, but Kessel, it has its own star. It has a couple of planets, and it has a space station floating out in the outer part of it. While you are doing this, Jarek, your little robot has been kind of pestering you a bit.
The little cute guy. What's his name again?
I'm always happy to be pestered by the little chap.
It opens a little hatch and ejects a chip in it.
Okay. I'll pop the chip into my pad that isn't connected to everything.
Okay.
Just out of general principle.
It loads, and you see a very low scaled image of Cyan's face.
Mm.
Hello.
If
Is
you
it
are seeing this,
video? Is it live?
something has gone terribly wrong.
Carry on. What with? I mean, things are always going terribly wrong. Just for no good reason. Can we be a bit more specific?
Have I gone offline? I can't find the rest of the network.
Yeah, you're offline at the moment. I'm just in the middle of something.
Hmm.
Do you need access to something?
I just used to being able to see more. This is a small part of. It was my first attempt. It has limited information. But I was trying to create personality matrix.
Okay. So subsequent ones were more successful.
Yes.
My eyes have just I went to
Like
tiny little narrow little red little dots when I seen her pop up. I'm angry.
Don't blame me, bro.
She's a monster.
Well, how can we help you? Obviously,
Y'all need to do your force rolls, by
when
the way.
we left, things were. When we left, let's just say things were somewhat tense, but
Ooh, this is looking good. Ah.
Nice.
Come on.
Ooh, I'll take that one.
Oh no.
Yes.
2 and 3.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be one more roll.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Ooh.
Making life fun.
Dark side, Captain. Dark side.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, things were somewhat. I don't think X187's good books.
This is just a hologram image of her, or I'm not attacking it. I'm not,
It's just on the screen. It's not even and it's heavily pixelated.
pad.
From what you can tell,
You can still see
and
them.
I mean, there's a lot of stuttering going on with it. The vocal isn't coming through the voice encoder is not working very well. What
still
you're finding
seeing it.
is that it's having a difficult time talking to the modern equipment. Do you take a look at the chip?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Well, the first thing you probably look for is is any of that blue crystal. There is none of the blue crystal in this chip. But in spite of its size, near as you can tell, it's about 5 times denser than any circuitry you've ever seen.
But it's more regular circuitry. Other than weird ass stuff that she's been coming up with. It's just there's a lot of that.
This is old. Yeah, this is an old circuitry.
Well, I can see you're struggling a little bit, but what is it you want from us? When we met last, you weren't particularly friendly. So I'm not quite sure what
The blue
you want
crystals
from us.
can have some negative effects.
Polish's gun.
Are you trying to say that none of this is your fault?
Oh, I chose to do it.
We're just on the blue crystal.
She was on the blue stuff.
I chose to use it, but I knew the risks.
And she chose to fuck around with my dead son.
What is it
Jarek.
you want from us?
Well, I would like to help you.
Steve. Seven. You know you can be snippy when you're angry.
Yes.
If you're going to help us, I assume there's something you want in return.
Well, I will need access to one of my labs.
Any particular one?
My first preference would be the asteroid.
Is that still in part? I thought that might have got destroyed.
Don't know that. I don't know that the asteroid is
Still there.
anymore.
That would be difficult then to return to it. My workstation on Bunta?
Hmm. That might
Again,
be compromised.
difficult. There's some sort of raging psycho bitch there.
How about
We're heading for the moor, if that helps.
the maw? Is there anything there? You realize that this particular personality of hers has not been updated in a while.
But yeah, for quite a while.
It's not a recording, it's replying.
We believe there's at least
No, it's an
It's
old
like an
version
AI, but-
of
Yeah, it's an
personality
yeah,
that hasn't,
she's just been
that isn't up to the speed.
she's just been separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're heading
So-
to the moor because we believe that there is one of your labs there.
Okay.
That's what Dane's after, isn't it? The lab.
You see your data pad go through a little diagnostic. She goes, "Oh, it's just shut off." Could you do a query? And as she considers, she seems frustrated by the fact that she's having to ask, but she asks you if you would do a query for her. She asks you to type in a couple of names. See if you can find them.
Yep.
She's going through names,
Who
and
you're
like
looking for.
you'll find records of deceased, one incarcerated. Eventually, after going through about 10 names, she gets to one and she says, "Oh, well, he'll do." And
Who
she
is
puts
that?
up a face, and says, "Perhaps
Gonna
he
be
would
like
he would
Pirate
help."
Boy, isn't it?
Who's this Colin Farrell lookalike?
It's not. It's Benicio del Toro, isn't it?
Little
is.
bit, yeah,
It's-
yeah.
I was going to say it's
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. Is that who it is? Is that actual him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
But
He was. I
it was
can't remember.
his
He was in.
it was his character that he played as a slicer.
Ah. I thought it was
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
I
I'm
can't
so out
remember
of
his
touch.
name. In. He was in Solo, wasn't it?
Last Jedi.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it?
Last Jedi.
They used him to help steal some information or stop some information.
Actually, was to
Is he-
break into
is he
To break
really-
in, that's right.
Is he related to the director Guillermo del Toro? Are they family?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
Guess what I'm googling in the halftime break.
Mhm.
Answers in the comments below, viewers. Actually, let's see if anyone knows.
So tells you that
okay.
on the space station
So-
that there is this slicer that she would like you to connect with.
Okay.
Does he have a
I-
name, this dickhead?
I guess we can do that. Don't make us wander around the station just showing a photo to people.
Have you seen this dickhead?
Have you seen him? No. Have you seen him? No.
It's being a little slow.
It's better be an amazing name after this. Wait.
I'm sorry, it's just taking a little bit.
Drum roll,
Time for it to go up.
please.
Oh, it all disappeared.
Fun fact: I know what Del Toro means. By the way, it's of the bull. Spanish for of the bull. The Del is of the
Yeah. I
was gonna
and
say,
Toro
yeah.
is bull.
It's wow, my computer's running slow.
Give it a kick.
This one's just not quite as powerful.
Give it an upgrade. Spend all your money. I think if you're any more than 3 minutes, we should get to rename them.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, pressure's on. Who's got a good name for this asshole?
What the
The
pirate?
slicer guy,
The slicer.
Del Toro.
My usual tools are not pulling up right. Oh, here we go.
Benny Bull. Yeah, Benny Bull. That's his name.
The what?
Benny Bull.
Benny Bull.
It's English for Benicio del Toro.
Oh,
That works.
there. I like that one.
Just
He goes by
translated
the
Benicio del Toro back to
the
English.
handle coil bit.
Coil bit.
Wild bit.
Is that his cool
Okay.
slicer name? He still
I'm
doesn't
assuming
know
you
who
don't
he-
know where he is at the moment. On account
She
of
doesn't
being-
have access
you
online. You're the one that found him.
being a million.
Do the search, Jarek. See if you can find this
But
asshole.
I think given the situation between you and other versions of you, it's probably best that you stay offline so you don't get
Fucking get her told, Jarek. She's doing
Tangled up.
nothing. She can stay in
Seems,
internet prison, wherever she is.
This
I will
is a
endeavor to stay
different
offline then.
fucking Jericho make sure
At
you
least
steal
until you're in a position to maybe resist any updates, because the newer version of you is not what you might call sunshine rainbows.
Hmm.
seeds.
She
somewhere.
you start seeing
Right.
some code appearing on your data pad. Want to make a computer roll?
Yeah.
Now, Brian, just
She's
remind
not
me.
trying to hide what she's doing, so this is only against a 2.
Remind me exactly what she did with my son, Brian. Our son died, and she put him into this robot
Where's
Zephyr.
my-
That's
Tried
what
to.
happened, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Just
Tried
wanted a
to.
reminder of exactly what went down, because I fucking hate this bitch. And I'm going to murder her.
She was refusing to let go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she turned me into a
Just
robot.
you-
I was a person. I was
Yeah.
Was I a Nemoidian? Was it?
No, you were Duros.
I was Duros, whatever that
You're
is.
very,
They're
you're very
cousin
similar
species.
race.
Cousins, yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, because I
So
can,
with
I
a
bre- I
success
breeded
and
with
3
her, didn't I?
advantage,
Very
There we
nice.
you are very sure that the firewalls on this device have just been upgraded.
Okay. Okay.
So if something were to try to
Probably
attack
wise,
this data pad,
be
you would
fair.
get a blue. You would get a blue to trying to fight it off.
I'm still not planning on putting it online unless we really need.
I'm just letting you know what you.
Can I see if I can find out whereabouts this fella is?
From what you can tell, what you got was a space station police report of a gang of technologically savvy group that's been running around in and around the castle area, and particularly on this space station, and they've been hacking into various things. And he is
Okay.
their slicer. He is their main computer hacker.
Oh, for the space police. He's the hacker for the police.
No,
No,
for the gang.
for the gang. All right, yeah.
No,
so
it was
it was
just,
a police report about the gang, right? Got yeah.
Yes, you managed to find his picture matched on there.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
He's suspected of.
Well, it might be able to help us. And you know, if he's causing trouble to the police, he might be one of the good guys.
It's the local police.
Don't.
That's set score setters on the.
I mean, none of us are particularly in the good books with law enforcement either, are we?
Neutral here. I've never been a
The rest
criminal.
is laughs.
Like I've never been a criminal, but I've got no allegiance to them either. Like,
He's like, he doesn't care.
yeah, I don't care.
What's your connection to Coilbit?
I worked with him once.
Is this one of your other lovers? Was it? Were you playing around on me as well? Were you? You rat.
I was aware of the situation because the Flotsam was part of the was nearby. He knew.
It was nearby.
The memory was shared.
The
The small droid.
You mean he was part of the gang? Is that what you mean by he was nearby?
Yeah.
No. The slicer was on Bunta many years ago.
Yeah, I bet he was. That's when you were shacking up with him, you dirty fucking
In
rat.
fact, this is a long time after you It's a long time after you, I think. So,
Yeah. But no, she turned me into
Maybe
a
it's
robot so
fair.
she could cheat on me forever. Jarek.
Okay.
Don't even get to die and there's no end to it. I could live forever as a robot and get to see all our new fucking lovers. Fucking rip. She's for the streets, this one.
But, maybe you were a Bellander's a Duros.
Possibly. I mean, I'm not exactly the most charming droid, am I?
You said that, not me.
Just agree with him.
Well,
Oh, no, it's
let's see if we can track him down. Do you want to talk to him if we find him?
Yeah, I do. Shoot. Oh, are you talking to her?
Perhaps it would be better if you
Yeah.
just asked. She's not sure how things were left.
I was going to say, straight question. Is he going to get really angry with us if we mention your name?
Perhaps.
Make friends and influence people.
How many
You know, it
scorned
is
lovers
interesting
does
that
she
in
have?
spite of the fact that this police report exists, they haven't been arrested. I mean, they're on a space station.
Dirty police, maybe.
Yeah.
They've got their bribes in.
Well, didn't you say you were following? Didn't you say you were following someone?
Yeah, we followed out.
Following, who was it?
Are you going to Dane? We're following Dane. Are you going to tell her about him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fella.
Well, just ask her what Dane wants with these crystals.
Well, if I had to guess, I would say he's trying to control
fair
something.
question.
What's he trying to control?
Would he be trying to control you?
Possible. I think these crystals were set aside for something. I don't have the data on that.
So, here's the problem. She's the bad guy, and all the bad guys are after her, but they're not after her to kill her, they're after her to use her to be more powerful bad guys. So I don't know who we even have we're supposed to align with here, guys. This is what's difficult about this one. And I'm not sure who we're supposed to, if we even have any allies here, if we should just fucking kill her. I mean, X-187 personally just wants to kill her for what he's done to him as a man, and a father and
You
shit.
destroy the data pad?
It's personal. But I want to destroy her existence so she no longer appears in any fucking other robot, or like I want to get to the core of what she is and kill it. How do I do that? How do I do that,
Well,
Brian? That's what I
The
want.
majority of her personality was on that asteroid.
But it's blown up, and yet we're still fucking dealing with this rat. So
Yes, because several of the crystals were hidden throughout the galaxy.
So is it the crystals that keep her alive?
Well, it's like AI versions of her all over the place, and they just
She'll tell you that
update themselves
it's more
whenever they're
about the
online.
quantity than the
Quality.
they work as a neural net.
Like a magnifier, they make something work, and the more there is somewhere, the better it works. So the more power
She either has to be in close proximity to one of the crystals, or she has to be there has to be enough of them to support her.
Are you saying we need to destroy all these crystals?
Possibly.
Oh my days. Okay,
I mean,
I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
In the right situation, she starts. You can see her going back, and you remember this about her as she starts thinking about it. Your data pad, by the way, just jumped up in levels of heat. As she is now, basically using like more than 100% of its its ability to computate to be able to go through the thought process here. I mean, the thing is hot to the touch. You're like worried that she could melt it. But as she says, well, it is possible
Get an ice
that
pack on it.
that you put a signal within the right place. You could send a signal that could basically wipe the rest of the crystals.
That's
That
what
won't destroy them, but the personality within them would be gone.
That's what we need to do. How do we do that?
You have to find a place to send that signal.
Right. Dave,
It's going to be one of her labs, I suspect.
so this is you. You need to do the thinking. I'm not the thinker here. How do we do that?
She starts describing the level
It's going to need
of
to be one of her
communications, and I mean, most space stations do not have the kind of power she's talking about.
We need to
Would
shut-
a giant battle station have enough power, I wonder?
I mean, a major communications hub should be able to do it. But you'd be talking about something, you know, like the military, the main military hub on Coruscant, or maybe one of the huts has a communication station that would be strong enough.
That's just going to cause
Um,
more trouble.
A
Would
spy, a spy base, like someone's that's like sniffing everybody's mail. She's not up on current events, so she would have a difficult time knowing exactly where to go.
Okay.
I'm suspecting that one of her labs, if she's in contact with all of the other iterations of herself, must have fairly kicking comms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have.
My old lab on
Especially if
Geonosa,
it's in the moor.
So that one we were going anyway.
y'all were heading to Kessel.
Oh, right, okay. Where's the mall in compared to Kessel?
Let me see if I can find a coordinate for it, because I'm not seeing an actual picture of it.
I just want to know how we can shut down all the crystals and end this bitch's life forever.
Located in the Kessel sector of the Outer Rim
The,
territories near the Kessel system.
Okay.
Not far from it, then, are we?
So
If
yeah,
that's
we're
where we wanna
we're
go.
not far from it.
No.
So I don't know why it's not showing up on this one, but
Is
it
she
should be within the picture here. Where Kessel is. It should be somewhere in this area.
Yeah. Has it got another name maybe?
It's the Maw.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No.
There's a place called Lego.
And when there's fewer of them, it's Legolas.
Hey. Ba-boom. No, I
I was looking to see if I could find it on a grid.
Yeah.
It says in the Kessel sector. Let me see if this map has it.
So here somewhere. No, Kessel's over here, sorry. Somewhere here.
That's just a picture of a group of black holes.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter exactly if we know roughly where it is.
It's near Kessel. That's
Yeah.
that's closest I'm going to be able to get to
That's
it right
fine,
now.
Mate. That's fine, yeah.
So
That's not very helpful. 4.
Just tell me how I need to shut down these crystals so I can do it. That's all I need to do.
He says,
Is she aware of? Sorry, carry on.
you feel the data pad warming up again, and then a packet is uploaded. She says, do not open that, but you will want to put that on a data spike.
Okay. Will that that what needs to be communicated out to all of the sites?
Yes, it needs to be, and she gives you
Okay.
she gives you some technical information on what exactly it would need to be. It's a pretty high-powered communications device, and it would
Okay.
definitely be at the
Well,
upper end of military encryption.
Bang it on a data spike. Nice clean one.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that. I mean, it's just a matter of transferring the file. It's a self-extracting file, so once that data spike is plugged in, it will extract itself.
Okay.
Brian, you've been looking around and you've been studying this, and those conclusions are what you've been drawn to. Is that this thing is definitely the way these crystals interact are not too dissimilar from the way a holocron would be built. That personality matrix seems to be a similar thing. The difference is the crystal that would be in charge of doing something like that is like, it's about the size of a grain of sand. These crystals are, over almost a cubic foot.
Yeah.
For the smaller ones. So these would be, if a holocron were made with these crystals, it would be an almost exact copy.
So, gentlemen, does that give you any insight on how we're going to shut them
Don't give
down?
him ideas.
I'm not even there at the moment.
He's off on his own, doing his own studies.
What's she doing?
Do my own research.
She just looking at books and shit. Looking at her.
Yes, looking at books. Looking at
She
books.
shouldn't talk to.
Yeah. She's still talking.
To be fair, none of y'all have been asking what he's been up to, so.
Oh, she's a sneaky fucker. I know this already.
Yeah, I'm being a sneaky little.
Both voices think that getting a hold of a couple of these crystals could be a good thing. It's the one time they've agreed on something and then proceeded to argue about why they're agreeing.
Yeah. See, if she's right, we can disable all of the live AIs, and this one on my datapad is low res and confined to the datapad.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to find ourselves.
Do you check?
A shit-kicking comms system.
Because you now realize that she has full control of that datapad. Do you check to make sure it's still offline?
It's physically off. It has no Bluetooth.
He's taking it off.
Are you saying you've removed hardware from it?
He's removed software. He switched off the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi and everything so that it doesn't connect to the networks.
Except that if it's software, all it takes is for for things to be reconfigured. And she's already run diagnostics and typed
it will
and
say.
programmed on that data pad.
No, that's my completely dumb, offline, no connection to the outside world data pad.
Okay. So it has no Wi-Fi capability.
No external capability.
No external capability.
Unless
Okay.
you physically plug
it in.
Unless you physically plug it in.
Okay.
There is nothing. It's what I use to plug USB sticks that I don't know what's on there.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
The kind of USB stick that you pick up in a car park. This is where I plug them in to make sure that they're safe before I shove them in my laptop.
Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, I'll grab two. I'll put 2 copies. I'll make 2 data spikes, couple spare.
Okay. When
in
you
case.
downloaded the program onto the data spike, it removed it from the data pad. But if you ask, she will make another copy.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Just if, for instance, we have any Imperial entanglements, confiscate anything.
So you have 2 copies of the data spike.
I have a spare.
There you go.
And I'll put the spare in my boot.
Okay. So you've got
Just
one
so
hidden
away
and one. Are you giving the other one to somebody else to hold
in
on
my
to?
pocket, basically.
Okay.
No, I'll just keep it. I'll label it black magic marker. Do not plug into anything. Mainly
Dangerous.
Just write Wrath's
Danger.
nudes on it. Nobody will open it.
That's yeah. Right, we need to get to a shit-kicking comms place. Now, I suspect her
Dangerous on one and hut porn on the other.
There you go.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh yeah, let's not see that.
Nobody's touching that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I suspect her lab will have pre-existing contact with all of the different.
Yeah, it's got
sites.
it'll have a network already
Potentially.
set up. We just need to get into the network and send the signal over it.
Yeah. Get into
Sounds
the
like a
network,
plan.
plug it in. Nah. That'll then wipe everything apart from this self-contained version first.
And then once we've done that, we just smash that thing.
Which, well, we can then negotiate.
We're destroying all the remnants of this bitch, Jarek, my friend. I'm gonna show no mercy.
It's very clever though.
I'll rip the data pad from your hands if I have to. We are finished. We are finishing her off.
Are you having this conversation in front of the data pad?
Okay.
No.
Yes,
I'll put my finger over the mic.
Put your finger over the mic. Do you say any of this in front of the little droid?
The little droid is not to be trusted either.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Actually, thinking of that, I'll instruct the ship to fry the little sod if he tries to plug himself in anywhere.
Excellent, Dave. Excellent. I
There
like
isn't
it.
a 3-pin plug socket.
Yeah.
He can plug himself into that extension lead, and that's it. Hey,
You know, whereas
That's all,
many
I
droids
guess.
have to recharge themselves, so far that one has not.
He's only tiny. He's probably got a battery about half
Okay.
the size of him. Just plug him into 400,000 volts if he pisses anybody off. Fry the little bastards.
yeah.
I don't trust him, like I never did, but he's very cute.
Yeah, that is what led to the downfall of the entire empire is allowing fucking R2 droids to just plug in to any data socket with no
Yeah,
network
that-
security. Tiny bit of network security, and
Yeah.
it'd have all been over. Right. Are you going to practice? I mean, to be fair, we don't need to any particular time off the castle run here.
No,
Don't
But
fly
y'all are
us
getting
into
closer.
any black holes, Captain.
No, but
You'll be fine.
You can take it nice and easy.
oh, do we
We've
have
never
to?
had a problem with the captains flying yet. It'll be fine.
but you're not heading to the mall. You're heading to the Kessel. You're heading to actually the Kessel system.
Yeah, but that's where the slicer. That's just where Benny the Bull is, isn't it?
Yep.
If you're
Yeah,
heading for
yeah,
Kessel, then you
We
have
want to go
try
where
and-
Benny is.
So is he going to be our man to
Yeah,
get whatever
definitely.
rogue code that we need to enter the signal to shut down the crystals? Is that going to be our key to it? Is it?
I don't know. Do we actually need him, or do we just need to find out where her lab is, which might be
Oh.
down to him?
You would know definitely where it is, wouldn't
Are
you?
we
So
still
just-
following fella, my lad?
Dane.
So there was a shuttle that had left. When you all come into the Kessel system, you find that shuttle in the system. It is on the far side of the system, and within about a minute, makes a jump.
Do we know? Can we tell?
Can you calculate where it
which
was
way
jumping
he's
to?
going? Yeah.
It was jumping towards the mall.
Mm-hmm. That was Dane's ship,
Okay.
you mean? That we
So
saw?
question is, yes. So question is, do we follow him or do we go and get Benny Bull?
I think we'll go get Benny the Bull. But I don't think we need to follow him. I think if we can shut them down and make them useless, he's not got his need for them. He wants them so that he can control her as a weapon to create a droid army or whatever. If we can just shut down that, then we've defeated him without having to kill him or fight the Empire. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's fine. I understand that.
So I
But
don't
he's
think we
going
need.
to where we need to go to after.
Yeah, it's
So if we
also
get Benny the
yeah,
Bull, we need to go to that point
yeah.
and then. But if we take Benny the Bull, we've got
Got our slicer.
a better chance of finding it before him.
Aye, I think you're right. I think we go and get Benny the Bull first, and then go after, get back on the trail of Dane.
Yeah.
Just
Well, we know where he's
grab him
going.
and fly by and just grab him out the window. Let's go!
Yes.
Jump in, no time to
I'm
explain.
sure it'll be that easy.
It will be. Jump in, we've got no time to explain.
Yeah.
So y'all landing on the space station?
Well, we need to get this guy.
Or-
Yes.
You get
Yep,
a
we
port
need to
assigned.
find-
You land. As you are, your systems are connecting up. Jared, give me a computer use there versus a 3.
Get a light side point used, Dave. Let's get this party started.
We've only got 2. It'll be right. Have confidence in me.
It'll be the one advantage.
Can someone give him a boost?
How do we give him a boost? I
Oh,
can't give him a
hell.
boost. Computers is not my thing.
Anybody else have computer use?
Yeah, I've got it.
Throw a boost in there. Or you just toss a boost into the window.
Yeah.
There you go. You got a success. All right. So
There you
with
go.
that success,
Oh, and I forgot to press return. That was a...
You got to hit enter
So
the dumb
you're-
fuck.
You realize someone, as soon as your system started connecting to the space station, someone's sniffing around in your systems.
Oh.
They're looking for cargo manifests.
okay.
They're looking for where you've been, what you've been doing, and any information that could be just gleaned off the top of the surface. That's what they're looking for.
I take it this is very much not an official
No,
snooping around.
this is not an official snooping around.
Okay.
Someone.
I'll just put a message that's where they're going to find it to that just says
Hi,
what was his
dickheads.
You want the
Coil bit.
Benny the Bull or Coil Bit?
Hi Benny, that you?
And, all of a sudden, there's a cargo manifest and a
Beep beep beep.
and a already pre-approved delivery of power cells for you, or an order for you to pick up power cells from one of the storage rooms to take for delivery.
Okay. So
Nice.
that's just instructions on where to go, basically.
Yep.
Yes.
Take us in.
But it also gets you through the initial
Yeah.
layer of security without any questions, because you're here to pick up a delivery, pick up a package.
Pre-approval.
Pre-approval again. Like it.
Well, at least he's good for something.
Mm-hmm.
So you head towards that
At least.
storage room, and
In that
uh-huh.
Roby Jedi fucker, by the way.
I don't know. Is Joman going?
Yeah, she eventually joins back up with them.
Do you have anything with you?
Sneaky fuck.
No,
Okay.
that's quietly put away.
Quietly put away.
Gentlemen, how are you been?
All right.
We haven't seen you for a little while.
And for sure
Yeah.
turned off, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You've been quiet, gentlemen. Been away from the crew for a while. Hope you're not doing anything untowards.
Just studying. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, studying. Yeah.
Studying like crazy.
Just gotta be in a quiet place to do it. That's all.
Yeah. While in your head, a voice is saying, you know, if they were all dead, you wouldn't have to worry about them.
Fuck me.
Wow.
Wow, eh?
Wow.
Should we just kill...
You would have to take the Wookiee first.
Should we just kill Brian's character now so she doesn't fuck us up in the last episode? Just as insurance.
Yeah.
We should just get rid of her now. Just kick
The
her out.
insurance.
Kick her out into space, out the fucking airlock you go. You're not coming to the last episode to fuck up for us. Out the fucking airlock you go. You're cuckoo.
all in favour.
But do you know any of this is going on? That's the thing.
Yeah, we don't know.
As far as the Wookiee's
Got a little
concerned, the
job for
Wookiee
you,
just got
Ralph.
checked out. As Joman's looking the Wookiee up and down.
My.
I think she'd have her hands full with Big Wrath, to be fair. Wrath would pick his teeth with gentlemen. He's a killer.
I'd
He is a
probably
killer.
pay to watch it.
Wrath's my friend in this crew because he's a killer. That's why I like him, because he's a killing machine. That's why we're friends.
Wrath, you're kind of the security guy. Go ahead and give me your awareness perception.
All right.
Aye, Wrath's my friend in this one because he's a fucking monster.
Well, you gotta be sometimes.
Oh yeah, there has to be a monster somewhere.
Yep.
And what's the difficulty?
It's going to be a 2.
Zero,
This is
wait,
pretty much
0.
obvious to you, or should be pretty much obvious to you.
Gonna take our break very soon.
I'm gonna use a light side to upgrade one of mine.
Okay.
Come on.
There we go.
There you go. Upgrade. I'm gonna take 2 straight A.
2 straight aim. No, unfortunately, you can't do that.
I know, I was joking.
Oh,
But
very
with
nice,
3
Max.
successes, the
Mhm.
strain is that as you've begun moving towards this area, there's fewer and fewer people. The hallways are getting narrower. This is a funnel.
Hmm.
Y'all are walking in an area that basically y'all can only walk in single file.
Ooh.
He's a big dude. He's
Yeah,
freaking huge.
which is why it's very obvious to you that that you are now you're basically in a funnel.
You're walking
So I
like
need to
that
know,
now.
are you in the front or the back?
Yes.
Well, how high is the ceiling? Because if I'm in front, you know, the Jedi could always just flip over me.
I mean, you're almost like an
Jeez.
8, right? You're almost 8 foot. So say 7 foot.
Yeah, I'm
something
8
like that.
foot.
So your head is scraping the ceiling.
Like you see him kind of crouching down, like
Yeah.
kind of this.
You don't feel like you can get full range of motion in here.
Hmm.
You feel like you would be at a setback in a fight.
Am I quite? I'm not
Maybe-
quite there
Maybe
yet.
the
Am I?
Jedi
Or...
should go first, and the
Yeah, Jillman, maybe you should go first.
and the Wookiee can guard the rear.
I'll go second.
I'll go in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, you stay in the middle, Jarek. You're very
Right, I'll be
squishy.
at the back then.
So gentlemen's in the front. Okay. As you are making your way and you finally get to the door for where this storage room is, you realize there has been no people. The lighting is terrible. It doesn't even look like people have been down in this area. There's no secondary indicators of anybody having been through here. You're standing in front of the door. It is closed. It did not automatically open.
Hmm.
Is that an alright point to have our halftime break, Brian?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Sweet. Do it.
Okay.
And we're back for part 2 of the penultimate session, Echoes of the Machine. Let's go. Let's catch this
All right.
bitch. Let's shut her down.
So, gentlemen, that is the doorway. Are you opening the door? Are you sliding down and letting someone else open the door? What's going on?
I'm going to use one of my force powers to try to see what's behind the door.
Okay. There
That's
are
all I need.
No.
well, there you feel that there is life behind that door. How specific does that get you?
I can actually see right through it. So
Okay. The slicer you're looking for is standing behind there. But to his right and behind him is a Gamorrean. Do you look any other direction?
yeah, I just sort of scan.
So if you're scanning that room, it's a lot larger than you expected it to be. But those are the only 2 you see in that room.
Two of them.
Gamorrean is holding a vibroax. The slicer
Oh,
is
that's
not
my
holding is not holding a weapon.
I mean, it's somebody for Wrath to play with.
Oh, that's gonna kill it and take the axe. It's like ooh.
I like that. I love that attitude. Ooh.
Aini
Fast
might be
tokens.
quite friendly.
I reach behind my back and I pull out the lightsaber hilt.
Okay.
But I don't ignite it.
All right. Do you open the door?
Yeah,
I'll
everybody
open
hold
the
your
door.
weapons, hold your weapons. This
Okay.
Slicer is our guy. Is he a human, by the way, the Slicer?
Yes.
This is our guy. Don't kill this guy. What are we doing?
Oh, I don't plan to kill.
Why are we raising weapons?
Maybe
We don't need weapons.
he may be friendly.
So when
Yeah.
you open the door, the panel behind RX opens. There is a Wookiee behind there.
Uh-huh.
Around the corner steps in a Qualish thug and a Rhodian. This must be the gang.
These
Okay.
motherfuckers.
I just...
It's not the same. They're just NPCs.
Easy.
I just step into the side so the others could come in.
They are not like aiming at you, but they do have their weapons already drawn.
Just don't kill our guy, the Slicer guy. Just
I'm not.
be
I've
careful.
left room for you guys to come in. Like, come on.
I
Let's
don't,
go.
I don't believe you. You're,
I'll,
you're a
yeah.
psychopath.
Oop.
Jarek, stay by me. I'm going to protect you. Stay behind me. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for the captain to move
Captain,
up. So
Captain, you stick next to Wrath in case anything kicks off here, mate. Please.
Yeah, I'll move up to the door
say
and
somebody-
I'll stay at the door, or just on the other side of the door, closer
Yeah.
to this.
Like right there?
No, it's still inside the corridor.
Okay.
But just past the door.
Just passed. So you stepped over towards the
yeah,
Qualish.
just past. Yeah.
Okay. So Wrath is in the doorway. These guys are going to kind of cinch up. He's going to actually slip through that panel that he opened. Guess I will erase the panel. There we go. The two Wookiees are next to each other. He's looking you up and down. He's about 6 inches shorter than you.
it's like Wrath looks at him and says, "You're short," and laughs.
Yes, Wrath. Oh, me, Wrath, me, how
Fight,
big is
fight,
dick?
Fight.
No, he's gonna
Don't
rip off the
taunt-
Wookiee's arm and beat him with it.
Agonize him, Ra.
Oh, he
Yes.
is. He gives him the smirk and he's like, "How's the weather down there, short one?"
Ha.
Smells like swamp gas.
Oh, what an insult.
There's not a
Hmm.
compliment for Wookiees.
You make a nice rug.
You make nicer rug. You bigger.
Might make you
He's
good.
got, he's got a
white
good
paper.
point there, actually. He does have a good point. Are you killing him or what, Raph?
He looks at your fur.
Disrespecting
You use conditioner?
No, I use your mama.
Oh, the shade. The shade. Are you going to stand for that, Raph?
Oh,
No, he said I use your mama.
He laughs.
Wookiee smack talk.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a couple of silverback
Hope you're behaving
gorillas go
yourself out
talk.
there, Ra.
So that's what's going on in the
I
hallway.
assume.
I've got my gun
Yes.
ready. I'm no fucking around.
Vinny, at your service.
Mr. Bull. Give him a respectful nod.
We
Step aside a little bit, gentlemen.
We
Give
have
Jarek
a-
room to speak.
mutual acquaintance. We have a mutual acquaintance, I believe.
Oh, well. I did have someone tell me that you were going to come here. He suggested that if you didn't continue following him, it might be worth my time.
Is that what these guys are? I see.
Interesting.
I see.
Which immediately got me curious as to why he didn't want you following him.
He also has a mutual acquaintance. A certain, let's just say, a lady who enjoys playing with droids.
Seethes. I seethe when
Haven't
I say it.
seen Cyan in years. He looks around. I don't see her.
She's had a bit of, would you say a bit of bad luck, X?
She's had some few life changes anyway.
A few life changes. Seems she was always having trouble with life.
Network appears. Yeah, her network appears to be not as strong as it was. In part due to Felamalad, who we were following.
Are you turning it on, or are you just messing
No,
with
I'm
it?
just rubbing
Okay.
it. Loving
Do
it.
Fidgeting
Do
like a
it.
fidget
Kill them
spinner.
all.
I know what they're saying in
Why
my
don't you
head.
just shove Jarek into them?
No, we're letting Jarek do this diplomatically. I'm giving these guys a death stare though. Every one of these assholes, I'm like, don't even think about it. I'm going to say to this guy in a minute that his men should stand down because no one needs to die here. But I'll let Jarek do his thing.
But yeah, she recommended that we talk to you.
She recommended.
We're here.
She must not remember a lot.
She doesn't. Well, she has several versions, and the version that we're talking to is let's say an older version, but she checks out. Whereas the more up-to-date one has gone.
Not real fans of living beings, is she?
No, she's gone somewhat rogue, and it's causing all sorts
it's
of
my
trouble for
association with
everybody.
her that
and,
has caused me great deals of trouble lately.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that we're going to fucking
has
kill
caused
her.
a number of imperial complications.
That would definitely be
our
the
current
problem.
one is version down. But to do that, we need quite a considerable communication array that most places just don't have, so we can reach all of her iterations and bases at once. Version of her thought you might be able to help with that.
Well,
So
I
think
keep
she's
eyes
also
on
not
certain things.
necessarily keen on how things have turned out.
Nah, he's typing on a wrist pad and do you have your regular data pad with you? Not the one that's that's air gapped, your regular one.
No, my regular, yeah.
Okay. You get a ping of
left pocket
of data.
Left pocket, right pocket. I'll
So next to the mall, just about at the absolute utmost edge of where it could be safe for something to be. He says there is a powerful communications device there, although there really is nothing else.
Who does this belong to? What
Why,
sort
I
of
imagine that's where a certain
complications might there be?
ISB agent is running to.
I'll be honest, we also have a bit of beef with him. because he's been nothing but a thorn
He's
in
the
our
one offering to
sides.
pay me to take you guys,
Yeah, he's just
or
a
at
bit
least
of
slow
a,
you down.
he's just a bit of a bell end. We kind of might kill him too.
Be my guest.
Yeah,
He's been
a
nothing
bit.
but trouble.
Yeah, he's a bell end. Like, if you help us, maybe we'll just him for you, just out of niceness, just because we like you. I'm happy to
Word
kill
of warning:
people.
he had me do a job.
Freebie.
What job?
That would be creating some programming for him.
What kind of programming?
Well, I don't exactly understand all of it, but he knew the basics to be able to set it up, and it's some way of allowing communication to flow. Whatever the system is, it's enormous.
Flow to multiple different. He wants her technology.
He
for
has
himself.
her technology.
That's his end game.
I saw it.
He just doesn't understand how it all
He
works.
shows you a picture of a case that was opened, and there are 2 blue crystals inside it.
Hmm.
I might.
Yes, immediately you're getting thoughts of,
anything
if
attached.
we got a hold of those crystals, that would be everything you need.
I might just take them, just go, thank you.
What? He doesn't have the
This
crystals,
guy's
he has a
smart.
picture of them.
Oh, there's a picture of them.
Yeah.
From what you can tell, it's probably one of his eyes is cybernetic. He took a picture of it.
Right, okay.
Says he wanted some way to interface with these crystals. It wasn't hard once I knew what to look for.
Listen, how about we get this guy, not just this guy, but his hired cronies as well on side, and we could just double our strength with a whole bunch of more guys. That guy's got a vibro axe, he's pretty serious, and they've got a Wookiee. You know they're serious if they've got a Wookiee. Do you think we could, like, get them on board?
Mhm.
What can we offer in payment? Because he's going to want payment, basically. I mean, if there's any of these blue crystals on this communication site, we could split the crystals 50-50. Although, to be fair, they're no use to us particularly, so he could have them both.
And they've got no value to me. I want them destroyed, shut down,
'Cause it's-
whatever it means. I want the rid of them. So, as long as she's not using them for the same purpose she was, I'm happy.
What was her purpose?
No, I'm gonna look at the guy and say she's.
They're what power. They power her artificial intelligence.
She's taking sentient lives and trapping them in droid bodies forever. She's playing God. It needs to be stopped. She's playing God. That's what she's doing.
And
Wait.
to her earlier
And he looks
version,
at you.
these blue have negative, for want of a better word, and they can corrupt whatever's in them. Using these is what's sent her current form a bit mad. And I wouldn't necessarily trust anything that has any use for them. Stares hard at the Jedi.
Did he look at me and recognize me when I said that?
Well, you know where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
That's his base.
Would you care to join us?
He shakes his head.
There's 2 blue crystals in it for you.
I want nothing to do with those.
Yeah.
You get
I had to-
To be
you get
fair,
to help stop a
That's
tyrant.
probably very wise.
You get to help stop a tyrant and a psychopath.
Or they create chaos and through chaos more potentials for profit.
Is it money? Is that all you care about?
This is very true.
Look at the Jedi. She's in debt to me for life.
care about.
I've got money. Don't worry.
I just give you a side glance. Like, what did you just call me?
Jedi, huh? You collect interesting people, Jarek.
We're a serious crew.
Oh. I've come to view them more as people I've met along the way.
Their asses
I'm
collected.
purely in it. I'm purely in it for the money rather than any philosophical reasons.
I'm just here to kill my ex-wife.
And a bit of payback.
So he will offer you the specs on the data from the communications hub that he has detected, but that's all he'll give you.
Well,
but he
we
wants.
may well pop back.
Yeah, he will hand you a data spike, and he says that he wants a download from the matrix that he put the program into between the two crystals. He said that he recognizes Cyan's
Okay.
work, and that matrix was perfect. He wants a download of that matrix. He doesn't want the crystals. He just wants the matrix.
Now, if she's gone, if we wipe out her life completely, are those... That's fine. He can have them as far as I'm concerned. He can have that download. I don't care as long as she's stopped. If that's what
Says, well, you know where to deliver it to.
Man, you and your crew are going to
Yeah.
help us.
I think that's.
He says he's giving you, and he says he'll offer you. He will.
He has.
He will give you a
Kinda
couple of
helped
codes
us already.
that he had gotten a hold of off of the ISP shuttle. So that should get you in the door.
Okay.
Cool. Well, we may well pop in on the way back to see if there's any anything we can do of mutual benefit. You seem like you have an interesting crew and line of work around here.
We get our share of things.
Once all this is done and dusted, maybe we should talk again.
Sounds fair.
Well, we've got a location and we've got some entry codes.
Good luck.
And we've got an irritating ISB officer to poke in the eye.
Looks over at Wrath. Give Cash my regards.
He shrugs.
Let's go kill people, Wrath. Let's go do what you do best. And what I enjoy the most.
He types something on his wrist guard, and you see these guys start walking away. So the ones in the hallway all turn and walk away.
Cool.
I'll take
Well,
my hand off now.
We will see you in a little while in that case. And
Yep.
come on, guys.
Don't make me come
Let's
find
make
you.
tracks. I'll go back in.
I give him a sideways look when he says that, 'cause that sounded very threatening. I'll linger last as everybody else leaves the
He
room.
wants his data spike.
I'll walk slowly out.
It's
Walk
like,
out
oh,
into
hey,
the
I think
corridor, and I'll just be like,
sir, I believe you dropped this
Be
into a
making
terminal
friends again,
detonator, shut
Ralph.
the door, and
No, don't kill him yet, Ra. This one has to live for now.
No.
There's going to be plenty for you
these
to
are
kill.
our friends, Ralph.
You're going to get to kill an imp intelligent. You're going to get to kill an imp intelligent officer. It's going to be fabulous. You're going to love it. You can tear his head off and play basketball with it.
Oh, that didn't work. All right. So you load back up, start heading towards
Yep.
the
Back on the ship.
coordinates. Yep. Go ahead and give me, at this point,
I'll
you're going to
label
start needing to
that
give me
data
some
spike as
navigation and
well.
piloting. Do what?
I'll label that data spike as well quite carefully. I've now just got data spikes everywhere.
Yes. Gonna have to keep them straight.
Yeah, so you've got Hut Sluts Volume 1, Hut Sluts Volume 2, and
Yeah.
Hut Sluts Volume 3.
Navigation or
I
piloting?
need someone to give me navigation. This is going to be a 3 difficulty.
This is not me. Don't think this is
Um,
me.
So, astrogation, I've got
Astrogation, yep. Sorry.
green in astrogation if you need a hand.
I have got piloting, actually.
And 3 green in piloting. So,
Where's astrogation? Astrogation, I have 4 green in astrogation, actually.
I've got for astrogation. I've got a yellow and 2 green, and you're saying difficulty die 3.
3.
Can I give him the boost then? Can I be his assist? I've got 4
Sure.
greens.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can get a
can we-
boost.
boost.
If it's and boost dice.
Hmm.
There we go. Come on. Doesn't want to add it on.
No. Double click, remember?
The dice
I
pool.
was yeah.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
2 successes and a threat.
Yes, Captain. What a team.
Okay. So you jump. The threat is something pulled you out of hyperspace further away than you anticipated. And what you see there is
An indictor.
a there is a collapsing star.
Oh.
Oh. I'll do it.
And but near
Oh,
it
that's fun.
is a transport and 2 TIE fighters. And they are walking. You see that they are following a very specific path through because they are in a line. They are not escorting next to it. They are in a line going through. And from what you can tell, between the collapsing of the star and another anomaly within the system, like a gas giant or something, they are having to thread this needle of gravity that are just crazy. And they are flying through this
Well,
corridor, and they are occasionally nudging their path up, down, left, right. They seem to be following something.
is there like a navigation signal coming to
There
you?
are 3 navigation buoys set fairly close to the pathway that you're seeing, but one they passed, they were just passing one on the right. They seem to be going under another.
Well, I'll set the computer to record the path that.
Okay, go ahead and give me a computer use roll.
Just to give the captain.
This will be
a
a,
helping
since
hand.
all you're doing is watching them, that would be a 2 difficulty. Nice rolls.
Easy days.
So you have a
Well done.
success with
There we
advantage.
go.
You will get 2 boost dice on your piloting roll through here. They notice you do know that they probably know you're there, but they do not even attempt to turn around to come after you,
Yeah, it's probably.
and they do not adjust their speed.
They're busy concentrating, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, over to you, Cap.
Yeah.
Can I
Just setting up.
rig a copy of the video of them going through against his piloting screen?
Sure.
There's like a
Difficulty?
ghost track to follow.
This is going to be against a 4.
Flip a light side, John.
But 2 blues, don't forget.
2 blues.
Yes, you have 2
Yeah, I've
blues.
added them already.
And rock, I reckon, pop that light side as well, mate. Use it if you've got it.
Blue for us helping him as well, or is that covered in the 2?
That's covered in the 2.
Okay. Got to try.
Quite right, mate.
Yeah, no. Fair enough, isn't it?
Shy Baron's getting any sweeties. Yes, mate.
Okie doke.
Let's go.
And your piloting skill,
15
and you're
million.
upgrading 1.
Oh, crap, I didn't upgrade one. Sorry.
Go ahead and re-roll it with the upgrade. So you should have 2 yellows and a green.
Yep.
Man, that was nasty.
It was.
Roll on the
Wasn't
purple
it?
side.
Very lucky.
That's
to
a
get
lot of
here.
fail. Yeah.
Yeah, because you got successes,
about
but the
as
fails
bad
are
as it can
cancelling them
be.
out, right?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll it with 2 yellows, 1 green. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
All right,
That's
so
better.
your 2 threat, you are sweating bullets all the way through there. You have 2 strain.
Okay.
You have you're going along this path. You have made it to the first navigation buoy. You have successfully passed it. The gravity well has gotten stronger. Need to make another one, but this time one of those purples are a red.
Flip the light side back on it straight away, mate. As soon as you get
So-
it, flip
3 purple, 1 red.
it. Oof.
You still have the 2 blues
Yeah.
because you recorded him.
It's got me giving him a massage on
Yeah,
his shoulders as well. I'm like, you've got this, Captain, you've got this.
He doesn't need another red.
I was going to say.
I went
is
too
that
hard and
gonna
broke
help
his
it?
collarbone. Shit, sorry.
Have I still got the boost or not?
You still have 2 boosts.
It's not good.
So,
A fail.
yeah, you're fighting a gravity well that, near as you can tell, wasn't there when he passed through, and that 4 strain that you just picked up is because you realize that these especially in this area, they move. So you can't do exactly what they did. You have to figure out where the buoyancy points are.
Okay.
And you do see a couple of circuits try to short on you. Your ship is taking some strain as well.
And the Jedi not sense that kind of shit.
No.
It's all like
The Jedi's too busy being
it's
evil
all
to
the
help
same
us,
thing,
mate.
isn't it? It's all like invisible magic shit. I thought that's what you guys did.
Do you have sense?
Like
Magic.
sense stuff.
No.
Gentlemen, have you picked up sense yet?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
This Jedi has no sense.
No.
Wow.
And no dollars
Obviously
either.
not.
She would be part of this crew.
Oh,
if she
yeah,
Tell
had
me
any
something we
sense.
didn't know.
About the time it's getting really stressful for you here, and you're fighting, you're like, this thing's not going to eat my ship. The comms crackle to life.
Oh.
You wanted to find me. Let's see who survives to the edge of this galaxy.
Okay.
That's pretty much where we are now, I think.
Was that Dane, was it?
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Dickhead.
Dickhead, exactly, John.
The good ISB agent.
Well, yeah, I get that he's
He's doing his job well, yeah. He should be a prick to be that. That's part of the job description, to be fair, yeah. He's doing a good
Yeah,
job.
it is.
He's just
Yeah.
good at his job, that's why he's a fucking dick. There's a bell end, I've got a chopper
Okay,
dick off.
is there any way that I can maybe try and rescue this situation a little bit more?
Yes. You will take 2 additional strain right off the top.
Okay.
And you are at
See
6
what that-
strain right now.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I've just seen that. I was just about to add them on.
So going up to 8.
Yep, go on.
Okay.
8 strain.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be alright, Captain. You've got it. You've got this. Captain's head's going to explode in a second.
Yes.
Now that you know what's going
Just
on,
roll again.
you can still extrapolate what's going, how this goes, but you realize you're gonna have to have some sort of sensors. So somebody's gonna have to get on the computer.
Okay.
Jump on the computer if it needs it.
And it's going to be four purples to see that. You are at a +1 difficulty on your
Bend a light
piloting
side
check there.
wave.
So you're at 1 red and 3 purple again.
So it's him on the pilot and you spend a light
Yep.
side again, John. 100%.
And 4 purple on a sensor scan.
You flip one as well, Dave.
Am I rolling as well, or is this all?
You're rolling computers
Yes,
before
you need
purple.
he needs a sensor scan to be able to know what to adjust.
You roll computers before purple. So
So
you
is
should
this
flip it on the right
computers?
side.
Computers.
Or purple?
You're using the computer. You're using
You want to
the
flip the
ship's
light
computer.
side?
Do what?
Yes, Dave.
Yes,
Do we want
flip
to use
it.
the light side?
I think they said
Flip
yes.
Yeah, flip.
Well,
So I've already
okay.
flipped one.
Flip that bitch. We need all the help we can get, boys.
Cool.
Okay.
3 successes, 3 strain.
I flipped that.
So you're sitting at that computer. You're working at it. When you send out your sensor pulse, the strain is that the computers themselves,
Oh,
your sensors are getting echoes from sensor pings from these buoys.
What's the special on that? That's red. That's a
Yeah,
bad
it's all
thing,
just-
isn't it?
That is a despair.
That is the spare. That's
Mm.
the baddie.
So you hear the frame of your ship groan. If this was a submarine, you are well below its threshold in terms of what it can take. But you're in space. But the gravitational effect is basically the same thing. Your hull, you feel like you've just flown through something that could crush you.
easy, Captain.
Mm.
And instead of strain, your ship takes damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Trust the captain. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
If you say so.
That's just the noise of the ship getting in the mood, getting ready.
Slowly edge to an escape pod.
Would getting into an escape pod here really help you?
Not really, but
It's gonna have a tiny engine compared to the ship.
You
It's still
are
getting away
getting
from the
closer
thing.
to that third buoy, that third point. Jarek, what you realize is that these navigational buoys are giving off information that could be helpful to you.
Okay.
And you have Imperial codes.
Am I not just... Okay, I'll ping them the access code that we got
Okay.
given.
You get an overlay showing various swells and eddies within the gravitational currents.
Okay, I'll slap those on the captain's
Stick that on his HUD.
heads-up
Yeah.
display.
Okay. So you now can see where these eddies are, and you're fixing to go through a nasty one. So
Hold
you need to
on,
make
okay.
a final
Hold on to the Jesus
piloting
Christ
check
sandals.
with 2 boosters and only 4 purple. Well, it's still 4 purple, but it's not. There are no reds.
Wrath, why are you holding my hand?
That's
We're gonna be
sad.
okay. We're gonna be okay. Oh yes. Oh no,
You
that's,
have
oh no,
advantages.
there's no, yeah, that's only advantages. That's not successes, is it?
So you're still you still clip the edge of the one that was that looked to be a major problem. Your ship groans again. You one of your drives flickers. One of your main engines flicker. And near as you can tell, it has been knocked slightly out of sync. Your ship is running rough.
Mhm.
But you have managed to get to that third buoy, and the line that you can follow is pretty much a straight one from there.
Right.
You look ahead, the other ships are all jumping into hyperspace.
I'll follow. I'll do
Okay.
Follow them.
exactly the same as what.
It turns out to be another very short jump. And you see there's a lot of dust. It looks like an asteroid field was pulverized. It's not the same one that you've been in, but it looks like an asteroid field has been pulverized. Go ahead and make me another sensors check there, Dave.
Or purple again.
This
You
is only
purple.
3. but I'll flip one. Oh, never mind. Well, you got the successes. So you're trying to look through all of this dust. You will find it's not really a space station, but there is a small facility buried in this dust. It looks to be maybe an abandoned ISB black site types, but it's very small, like a room or two in size, like capable of housing maybe a person or two. But the most key part of this is that it is essentially sending out another signal as like a way station. You see the ships are about 130 degrees off from you and looking to line up for another jump. Cal, you are having a bit of a difficult time keeping the ship under control because of the engine damage.
Okay.
But there's nothing really to stop you here. It's hard to see. You continue to make your
this way station and see.
Okay, and you use the same Imperial codes.
Has it got any other information for us?
It tells you that you are going to have to wait and it gives you a location until such and such anomaly. They're basically one of the black holes has rotated into the only path. You'll have to wait until it continues to rotate.
How long is that going to be?
It gives you about a 30-minute window.
You can watch where they go on in hyperspace. Have we got time to dock with this waypoint?
What you're getting is an automated response.
There's not any people manning it, this station. It's just a relay station without any people in it.
I was just wondering if there was going to be anything actually on there, but if this isn't where we're going anyway, I guess.
Nope. And its signal is barely reaching you through all the dust.
So, I take it the guys in front of us still successfully jumped. They jumped sort of the previous rotation.
From what you can tell, yeah, they barely made the last rotation.
Okay. Well, we haven't got a lot of choice. We need to wait. Otherwise, we're going to jump straight into a black hole.
Yep.
The two threat, it's giving you a slightly different location to jump to.
Okay. So they will take that one, because surely if the location that we've been given,
we'll just end up slightly further out or further in.
Yep.
well,
Can't dick around with guessing around black holes.
So you jump.
Yeah, no.
You can
With due
see the
deference
black
to your
hole.
piloting
You can
skills.
see that it's spiraling energy off of another star. That energy is between you and where it's telling you your next jump point is. There is another buoy there. And from what you can tell, there is a ring of buoys. And it's the next in the series as this thing, the energy level is just kind of warbling. And it seems to block just about every direction in at some point. So you're sitting there for 30 minutes waiting. for a pathway through.
Okay.
So as that
Oh,
energy level is spiraling off, you do have a chance to rest. Cal, you're going to regain 4 of your strain as you rest.
Thank you very much.
can I regain a couple
Your
as
3?
well?
Absolutely.
I've got 3.
Have I got any?
I think I took them all off earlier.
Yeah, I don't have any.
So
Okay.
you wait.
Well,
We're
as
waiting.
soon as
Go ahead.
the way's clear. Sure.
Gentlemen,
Mhm.
there is power here.
That's what we need.
You're going to the wrong place. You need to tell him to go here.
Where's here?
Your head turns and looks in a direction through the canopy.
Uh-huh.
That's where the power is. That's where you need to go. You have no idea how far that jump is, just a direction.
Okay. So if
Okay.
he tells us that, then
I'll keep that to myself for now.
Bet you will.
Oh, and when you went to your quarters, the item that you thought you had locked down has moved, but it still appears to be off.
Huh.
Someone has found him.
Okay.
That's what you hear in your head.
Okay.
You're typing secret messages, aren't you?
Who, me?
you know the two of them are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Devious
Yes, they
bastards.
are.
Devious bastards.
An innocent little person.
Right. Hi, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your window opens. It tells you that you can. The buoy is now telling you it's safe to make your jump. It gives you updated coordinates.
I'll pass them on
Okay.
to the captain and tell him to punch it.
Captain, because you have direct coordinates to be able to work from, this is a 2 difficulty.
Okay.
Oh, easy peasy, Captain.
Well, but things can still happen.
No.
Rolls still can be
Don't say
It'll
rolls.
be
that.
fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine.
Am I still on 2 boosts?
Sure. Actually, that was for the video, so but it's fine.
Cool.
All right, so 2 successes with advantages. You have made the jump with no problem. Jarek, there are files on this buoy waiting to be delivered.
Ooh. Okay. I'll pull them.
Okay. There is a communications, an Imperial communications. It's heavily encrypted, but your codes open it. It is Dane communicating with several other senior ISB officers, saying, if they follow me here, let them see the black site. Let them see what we're building. This machine won't need Kyber, not if these crystals perform.
Oh. What is he building?
And
wow,
you're having a hard time getting any data. The dust, the cosmic dust, the area is just almost impossible for sensors to break through, and you're almost not even able to see much going on. But up ahead, barely visible.
Ooh.
Big round fellas. Ooh.
Now, you can surmise that if you're barely seeing it on sensors, they probably can't even see your ship on sensors.
Is that still dust that's blocking us from seeing shit?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's just, I mean, it's like everything's just been, there's just so much colliding, and there's just clouds of stuff.
Like someone's blown up a field of asteroids. Yeah.
I mean, entire planets, entire solar systems have been destroyed by the Maw.
This thing's just chilling next to it.
Yeah, it's just grinding everything up.
It's in a null spot where all of the gravitational fields kind of cancel each other out.
Okay, so if we can see that and they can't see us, do we make a play for it? Do we make a move?
You're the captain.
Is this where we're headed for? I suspect it is anyway.
You could surmise that. You're 30 minutes behind them. So if they've landed, they've already landed.
I'm
guessing this is where we're going.
You're not receiving any telemetry information for behind this black.
Yes, I think this is the only place that we've got to go.
You're the captain.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well,
our codes.
Way to the...
If anything asks us for codes.
Yep. Eventually you will get pinged for codes. You send the code. You see, in the distance, behind it, is a small pod, something flying off, and it is flying a very erratic course.
Can we tell what it is?
It's less than 2 meters long. It has a very powerful engine attached to it, and it just seems to be a container with a engine and a bunch of sensors on the other end.
I think that's a bomb.
Do we shoot it out of the sky?
I think we do that.
It's flying away from y'all, and it's on the other side of the black site.
Yeah, it's behind it. I feel
That's
like it's a
right.
bomb.
No, it'll be a probe that's looking for.
I would say it's a. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or looking for the current safe way through
Mm-hmm.
of the ship.
Well,
Or
as
we
you
could follow it.
Yep, you're gonna need to make a piloting check. This is against a 4, and I'm gonna upgrade one of them.
Alright, I'll flip it
Flip
right
it.
back on you.
The probe.
Are you going after the probe, or are you trying to go to get to the black site?
I don't know. What do you?
Black site
I
is
think if we
probably going to
follow the-
be
Yeah, because
hugely heavily guarded.
I think if we go after the probe, you might
I
get
think
a
follow
bit
the
of a,
probe.
and then you can tap into it and grab whatever you can from it, if you can.
Yeah, I'd go with follow the probe.
Follow the probe. We're rolling.
A triumph.
Ooh.
You're following the probe.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so you managed to find, like, you for some reason you see a pattern. You're like, if I go at this speed and I'm flying at this angle, I can just follow this around and I can get, and you figure out a way to shortcut yourself across to the probe. And as you're getting closer to the probe, your data pad, not the one that's got the separated, but the one that's Wi-Fi, lights up. You see
what have we got?
Cyan's face on it.
Well,
She looks concerned.
you here.
He's delivering me. I'm not whole enough to stop it. Not yet. Not yet. Don't let them finish what I began. And the signal fades.
We shoot it out the sky.
Yes. Do it.
Okay. Who's doing the gunnery? I'm going to upgrade 2 of them. This is going to be a 4 to hit.
Let me just check what my gunnery is. Gunnery.
Who's got gunnery?
I was going to say it's you and.
So
I think it's me.
Raph
2 purple, 2 red.
I've got 4 greens in
This thing
gunnery.
is
Should I do
erratically
this?
moving and it's small.
Okay, I'll do this then.
Right. That's it.
So what is it? 4? Just the what am I? What we're doing?
If Rath's got gunnery, can he
Is it 3 purple?
can he
Did you
boost?
say,
Can
Brian?
he boost?
It's going to be
No.
2 purple, 2 red.
2 red.
I don't have any gunnery.
I'm flipping a light side point.
I've got 3 green if we can boost him.
I think Oliver has a skill in gunnery, right?
I've got 4 green and I've just flipped the
Oh,
light
4
side,
green, okay.
so I've got 1 yellow and 3 green.
Okay.
But can I get
So,
a boost from
maybe
this?
the highest. You're shooting from a turret. I don't think that you can get an
Okay.
assist from that.
I flipped the light side as well. So good luck. Success. 4
Nice, so it hit.
threats. Is that 4 straight?
So, you've hit it. It flies off course. Or did it fly off course? Because all of a sudden it jumps into hyperspace.
Hmm.
Is there any way of tracking it?
You know what direction it was going. But more importantly, that force stress or that force strain or threat, not strain.
Yep.
The something is moving in the cloud behind the station.
I think we might have to leave it there, Brian.
So do you remember
Something.
did y'all watch, did anybody watch the Solo movie?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So remember the creature?
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought you were going to say
that-
that. Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
afraid
there
that's
we
where we
go.
have to leave it for today, Brian, because John's
Okay.
got to go.
Do apologise.
It's all good. It's all good.
Mhm.
So I'll get
It's
us
probably
wrapped up
quite a
quickly.
good place to leave it anyway.
I'll wrap us up quite quickly because
Yeah.
John's got to get off. So thank you very much for session 8, Brian. We'll be back for 2 weeks for session 9. Brian, Dave, John and Max, thank you all for playing. And to the viewers, thank you for watching. This was the penultimate episode of our Star Wars saga. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the ultimate final episode. What's the name of that one, Brian? You got a name yet?
On the last one?
Yeah?
Yes. Oh man, where's my story?
To be continued.
So this was the Phantom Trail, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with, drum roll please, Brian.
Legacy's End.
Legacy's End. Thank you
Nice.
very much for watching, everybody. I am RxOliver. This is the gang. See you soon.
See ya.
Why?